Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Ashik Hussain and I am Assistant Professor of Anatomy at Rashid Latif Medical College, Lahore, Pakistan. In my previous video, I focused on the vertebral body and the vertebra, or typical thoracic vertebra and atypical thoracic vertebra and their features. But in this particular video, I would focus on the how one rib it actually forms a joint with the thoracic vertebra and the posteriorly and the sternum anteriorly. So in this animation, you can see that this is the head of the rib and this is tubercle of the rib, and between head and tubercle here we have got neck of the rib. So this is vertebral body and this is transverse process of the vertebra on either side. So this head of the vertebra on both sides, it is actually it has got two facets. So one head of the rib forms two joints with the two thoracic vertebra with their demi-facets. So here you can see in this diagram these animation here, this is the demi-facet here. So this head of the rib, it actually forms joints with the two demi-facets. The head of the rib has got two facets, one is inferior and other is superior. The inferior facet, it articulates with the demi-facet of the same number. It means if it is third rib, then it has to be third vertebra. But superior facet, it articulates with the demi-facet of the one vertebra above which I have removed. So in this particular animation, we can see that superior facet of the rib, it is visible as vertebra has been removed. So on posterior view of the same rib, we can say this is tubercle of the rib and this is the transverse process of the vertebra. So here costotransverse joint is being formed on either side. Costotransverse, which means it is between the rib. The word costa is for rib and transverse is for the transverse process of the thoracic vertebra. Whereas here anteriorly between the head and the vertebral body, this joint is called costovertebral joint. Costovertebral joint. Okay, so again we can see that one rib, head of the rib, it articulates with the two vertebra. So this is costovertebral joint, whereas a joint between the tubercle and the transverse process is called costotransverse joint. Whereas anteriorly this joint, this anteriorly in anterior this rib, here you can see this is the gray portion is the rib, whereas this white portion is the costal cartilage. So this is the junction of the costal cartilage and the rib, and this is costochondral joint. This is costochondral joint and this is primary cartilaginous joint where actually no movement occurs. So where actually no movement occurs, so it is this joint is not mobile, whereas this cartilage, it articulates with the sternum here, and here chondrosternal joint is being formed. Chondrosternal joint, and this joint is synovial joint where actually movement occurs, and in when we will discuss thorax, we will see how this costochondral joint is participating in the pump handle movement of the thoracic cage. So again I would for a quick summary, I would go with the you can see that this is rib, this is head of the rib, this is tubercle. Head of the rib articulates with the two thoracic vertebrae, whereas and forms the costovertebral joint, and here this joint is costotransverse joint between the tubercle and the transverse process, and anteriorly costochondral joint between the rib and the cartilage, and this is chondrosternal joint between the sternum and the costal cartilage. So this is, you know, bit about how rib is articulating with the sternum anteriorly and vertebral body posteriorly. Thank you very much.